Go.
Oh, God, I needed that. It is so freaking hot out. Do you realize that, cameraman? Indian Fabio?
Yeah, I do. I can tell just by the sweat on your shirt.
That's water.
No, it's not. It's out of your body.
Oh, yes. Okay, it's sweat. For the Gino audience and for the sake of your desire to poke fun at me, I'm a big, fat, sweaty pig. Look, I came here for one thing, and I just got to share this with you. I ran into these grapes in my yard. We have grapevine, okay? Jealous, whatever, take a look. You want to fight about it? So we got grapes, okay? They're cool. So anyway, hey, over here. Mm-hmm. No, we have these grapes. I pick the grapes up, and they look like gumballs to me. And then I get to thinking about gumballs, and then I start feeling sad. Now, why would gumballs make me sad? Well, look. When I was a kid, I grew up and lived in foster care. This is a true story. And at this time, I was in grade 6. And back then, sour gumballs were the fad. We used to buy them, we used to eat them, and I guess you thought you were cool if you had sour gumballs. Well, I did my chores at my foster home, made like $3. And we got these, I bought these sour gumballs, and I bought a whole $3 worth of them, and with my allowance, and I got picked up from school by my foster mom at the time, and I was like, yeah, about $3 for the gumballs. She's like, oh, good, but we're going to dole those out for you. We're going to put them in the cupboard. And I'm like, lame. So I'm like, whatever. So basically at dinner time, after dinner, I would have to like beg for a gumball. May I please have one of my gumballs? Now, I earned these. I did my chores. I cleaned it at school. And they made you do hard work. Whatever. But it was really unfair the way they doled these out. I mean, obviously, you shouldn't let a kid eat all the gumballs. Now, this is where the story gets worse, believe it or not. It's not just me ranting. Now, sleeping in my bed one night in the darkness of these strangers' homes, the foster home that I lived in, home, I could hear a little creeping in the hall. I could hear do-do-do-do-do. I could see a light come on. And in the cupboard where my gumballs were, I could see the light. And I could see that light from that cupboard flood out through the bottom of my door. So I knew, ooh, the cupboard's being open. That's weird. I could hear a bag rustle. And I could hear the clinking of my gumballs going together. Click, 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 click. I could hear that clacking. I'm like, wait. So I was like, am I just imagining things? Is this my imagination? Maybe they're grabbing something else. I don't know. But it's feasible. Now, I could hear that they were... Now, what tipped me off that they grabbed my gumballs, I could hear the bag, and I could hear the mom. They were both in there. They were like... I could hear suckling in the next room. And then I was listening going, are they eating my gumballs? No way, they can't be. And then I hear a kissy. Ooh, these are sour. I was like, what the heck? You're eating my gumballs. I was thinking this, and this is a face I made. Like, what? That's not cool. So I could hear them, and then I could hear them talking back and forth. Oh, why would he want to get so many? And I could hear, and like I could hear them chewing, and I'm like, I'm stewing. I am just stewing. This is an absolute injustice. Now the next day, I ran away, and I woke up the next morning. I'm like, grabbed my bag, had my Zellers clothes, my Zellers bag, or whatever. You know, it's like 90s. Want to fight about it? So I grabbed my bag of gumballs in their sack, and I'm like, forget that. You are not eating all my gumballs. Put them in my bag. I'm like, that's it. I'm running away. So I ran away to my friend Isaac's, and we hung out for a bit, and Karen came to pick me after school. She's like, I guess she chased me down. My foster mom goes, Gino, get in the van. I'm like, no way. You stole my gumballs. Yeah.
Look at him move.
Oh, yes. Hey, off my feet. So I took off, and then I confronted the foster dad of the house, and I said, you guys ate my gumballs. He goes, we would never do things like that. And then I told him that I took the gumballs away, and I stashed them on Isaac. I never brought those home because I knew they would take them. And he's like, "You're a common thief. You're nothing but a common thief." He's calling me a common thief. I'm like, "You're a thief. You stole my gumballs last night." And he's like, "We would never do that." So I was very annoyed by that, and I didn't think they had any right, and I knew what I heard, and I knew that they took my gumballs. They're trying to accuse me of like hallucinating. I don't have a history of hallucinating. I'm sorry. I could hear them. I could hear their chewing. I could see that gumballs had been taken.
They conspired to take your gumball.
They just did it. They probably just did it because they're cheap. It's like husband and wife team. Ooh, let's have a little fun tonight. Let's have our foster son's gumballs. Why don't you just go to the store and buy your own gumballs, you chiselers? Like, just go to wherever people went in 1990, Wilco, and get something. Like, you got to exploit my candy. So that's why the gumballs. That's the story of the gumballs. Now, if we bring it to present day, I don't worry about these things. I'm not obsessed with them, and it's not hurting me. It just bothered me, and it brings it up. But if you look today, I've moved on, and I'm here in this place. Hey, look at me! I'm in this place of opulence, and I get to eat grapes. So that's my story about gumballs. And if you like it, press like.
And what about that other thing you want to show? Should we show it?
No, don't you do it. Don't you? What are you doing? How is that? Oh, great! All my Dear Gino book users, cat crap.
There, you guys.
Cat
Can
poo.
anyone identify this for us?
Yes.
We have another mystery on our hands.
Cat crap. All right, I'm censoring this. Poor Gino.